Alright, what's going on, people? Welcome once again to my channel. If you like what I'm about, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it, and yeah, stay tuned. So today is going to be a quick one. Today I want to talk to us about something that's plaguing the black community. It's both in Africa and abroad in diaspora. It's something that's prevented us as black people from being able to grow our wealth, and it's ensured that we have stayed in poverty. You know, there are many reasons why as black people we have financial problems. You know, some of them are not even our fault. You know, government problems, you know, corruption and all these things going on in our countries. And when you come abroad also, there's always racism, discrimination, and all these other kind of things that prevent the black person or black community from building wealth. But beyond this, there's something that we as black people do to ourselves also that prevents us from breaking through this barrier of poverty, and that's called the black tax. So what is the black tax? The black tax is any money that a black working class person, both in Africa or in diaspora, that they give out to their family or their friends each week or each month for no reason, just because they are family, just because they are friends, not because they render the service to you, not because they offered some kind of help, but just because they are family or friends. This is what's called the black tax. For those of us who live abroad here, you would have come to realize that African communities abroad are amongst the poorest communities. Other communities like the Asian community, even the Pakistani Indian community, they kind of come together, build wealth together, grow businesses together. But the African community, we don't do this kind of thing. It's always like, I don't have money, I don't have money. Why don't you have money? But you're working every month, you're working every day, getting a salary every month. Why don't you have money? The person doesn't have money because any money they get, they have to give mommy some portion, they have to give their daddy some portion, brother, sister, uncle, grandfather, uncle's son, auntie's daughter, friend's son, mommy, this and that. They have to share the money to everybody, and what is left for them is not even enough for the person to take care of their own nuclear family, you know, and the person ends up living from paycheck to paycheck. So a person who has a comfortable job and who is supposed to build wealth for himself or herself, the person ends up sharing this money to people and they have nothing to show for it at the end of the month. I've met some Nigerian students here in Germany who spend 4 years on their master's degree. Why? Because they have no time to focus on the degree for 2 years. Why don't they have time? They are working 2-3 jobs. Why? Because they need the money to send to their parents, to send to their siblings, to send to family, to send to their friends. And nobody is saying that we shouldn't help people here. That's not the point. The point is you need to build your own self to a particular level first, so that helping people would mean truly bringing them up, not making them survive from month to month, and you also surviving from month to month. So these people do their MSc for many years. They have multiple jobs, multiple menial jobs, washing dishes, packing stuff, and they are in all sorts of credit card debts. They max out credit cards just to support the family, you know. And in this, if a person starts within their 20s, starts their life this way, please tell me, how can they build anything sustainable for themselves and for that family that they love so much? So where we come from in Africa, you know, it's always a honorable thing to be able to take care of your family, you know. And I think it's a very good thing if a person says, okay, I want to take care of my family and pull them out or make them comfortable. But to whose detriment? What's the point of making them comfortable while you are unable to survive? What's the point of making them comfortable while you stretch yourself thin and you have nothing to show for it? If you look around the world, here in Europe, for example, in America, you see the Caucasians and the Arab people, the Asians, you see them building businesses. You want to buy meat, for example, in Germany, the Arab person is the one that owns the meat store. You know, the Asians have their own stores, the Europeans have their own businesses, and they grow these businesses to multi-million euro level. But the African businesses are nothing to write home about. And when you discuss with the owners of these businesses, they tell you, my brother, it's not easy. You get people where I got settled. So this person is going to come, I have to send money to him. That person is going to have to send money to her. So at the end of the day, they are running an African store or that business they are running, and they have nothing at the end of the month. They cannot invest back into the business. They cannot grow the business beyond what it is. Somebody else comes and sees the business is in a very basic level. The person outcompetes them, and they have to close down their business, and they're back poor. So the black tax is something that is very dangerous in the sense that you think you are helping your family and friends by giving them monthly stipends, and making them survive month to month, but you're actually not just killing them, but killing yourself, in the sense that a time will come you wouldn't be able to get that kind of money, access to that kind of money again. You won't be able to give them anything, and on your own side, you've not even had any savings. You've not built anything for yourself. If you build something, for example, you build a nice business for yourself from that money. When you have that business, you can bring your family in, you can bring your friends in and say, okay, you know what, come and work and come and make money. This way, it's sustainable because they are working, they are selling a service, and they're bringing in money. But you don't build anything. When you should build, you take what you should build with, you give them, you wait for next month, you give them again. For life, you keep doing that. And that's the reason why, as African people, both in diaspora and at home, we stay in this vicious cycle of poverty, and we're not able to come out of that cycle. It's always from one problem to another. We're always bukata kon omo. It's always one problem to the other problem. It's never settled. So I was just thinking about this because I've heard too many stories from people. I've seen things myself, and I've watched so many stuff on TV, you know, and it's always like, we black people, we have this problem. We want to satisfy the people back home, but we also want to survive here. I remember I was talking to a friend of my dad, you know, my dad gave him the phone to speak to me, and he began to say things like, Ayo, where's your father's car? Where's your mother's this? I'm like, where's my father's car? What do you mean? Where's the car you bought for your father? I'm like, really? I'm still studying, I'm doing my PhD. What do you mean by where's the car I bought for my father? You know, and he was telling me things like, my own son, I'm on me, America don't be, Oti Ramoto for me, Oti Rale, Oti Kokiniko for me. That's what the man was telling me, you know. And I was like, okay, Motibosa. And I was like, I see, if you don't buy this thing for your father, you're not a good child. You're not this, you're not that. So you see, people back home, they put pressure on the working class people, whether in both abroad and back in Africa. They put a lot of pressure on you, and you're unable to think straight, and you begin to feel guilty for just trying to build a decent life for your own self. At the end of the day, the fact that your parents sent you to school, provided all these things for you, doesn't mean that you should carry all your resources and give back to them. Yeah, you want to support them, but you have to do it in a sustainable way. Do something that can last, and don't carry on more than you can carry, or more than you can actually bear. You know, but in our bid to satisfy everybody, we end up straining ourselves, sending money here, sending money there. At the end of the day, you end up broke and poor. You have nothing for your own children. You have nothing for the next generation, you know. I think this needs to come to an end. Okay, I've been ranting on and on and on. This video is not a structured video. I just thought about it and I thought I should make this video on this topic. So I hope you get the point. And if you are somebody who feels burdened by this black tax, just realize that it doesn't have to be this way. You can always say no to some requests. Have your scale of preference, know what you want to put your money into, but most importantly, realize that you need to have money for yourself to build something for yourself. If you don't build anything for yourself, when everything falls, you and these people that are supporting to be on the same level, and they wouldn't come to your aid. Why? Because they don't even have anything in the first place. So it's a food for thought. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your comments. Cheers.